How about a quick final update? Loading out here, all finished, conference is a wrap. Overall, I would say highly successful and exceeded expectations, not only mine, but I would think every attendee's ways, from safety and comfortability, even from the small things. I mean, there is, I'm not going this way, disinfectant stations every which way around this hotel, from the bathrooms, the cleaning, how they sanitize this room once we're out of here in a moment, when they sanitized before we came in. Really well done. I would have no hesitation of coming back to an environment like this one in the current state of this, of where we are today, as of this very day, I guess, broadcasting right now. A lot of people ask about masks on stage and how we handled that. I was masked on stage if I was up there with other people. I'm trying to turn that around for you, depending on how close we were. There was an interview segment I did. We had three stools. We were certainly separated apart. We did demask. People who were singing and they were quite far away from the front row did demask. We had that, then it worked out just fine. But if there was a couple times we had 6 people up there and we did mask. There was no hesitation. 99% of the time, everyone in the audience in the room was masked. If they weren't, they were eating, they were drinking, they were doing something that didn't require that. There was no fuss with people. No one was like, hey, you're not. It was a great, genuine audience who accepted the situations we were in, and we're so thankful to be here. I mentioned in the video a little bit yesterday that they were quieter. Just from the mass in the audience, it wasn't as expressive, and that was different from the standpoint of a closing speaker. As an MC, as a performer, it was unique and it was different and awkward, but it was still real. And to have a chance to be in front of a real audience, yes, it was really good. And shout out to Lane. Lane, I got in one of my favorite jackets. I got the kids in there. I got to talk about leaving a legacy today, and those girls are my legacy. So enjoy. If you have other questions, 2 things that are going to happen based on some of the feedback I do of the president of the hotel I'm going to connect with. We're going to do a short interview to kind of share some of the guidelines they went through. So if you don't want to read all the stuff, you can do a quick highlights of what they did to prepare for this conference. And also the executive director and the conference team have also agreed, if they want to do just, hey, here's some lessons learned. Here's what we would do differently. What we're going to plan on next time. And they all know we're so excited that we hope to be everyone back, 2,000 people back here for the conference. It's at the Galt House again next year. And thanks for those who did pose questions. If there's anything that you just want to ask, truly, I'm open to it. I want everyone to have the opportunity, if you are going to have a live or hybrid conference, to do the best measures for your attendees, or if you're making a decision like, hey, think we can pull this off. There's some variables, but there's a lot of great questions you can ask to make sure that you would be successful. Oh, one other thing that was people asked, and there's been a couple conferences that I'm working with who have looked at this, about wristbands or t-shirts or buttons that are the green, red, and yellow. This has been kind of the more commonplace one. And now MPI, you plan on just announced us doing this for November. The green being, if it was a green button, green being, hey, I'll start with the red. Red is, don't talk to me, stay away from me, all right? The yellow is, I'm comfortable talking at a distance. And the green is, come give me a hug. They decided not to. Decided not to. It was more so even the hotel thinking we don't want to promote people hugging because that's some risk, and we just don't want to promote those options. If it's up to those individual peoples, that's fine, but it wasn't a conference promoted thing. So that answers that question for those who had that. All right. Thanks again for watching. Hope everybody's well. Stay safe, stay hopeful, and stay healthy.